At this time, Tracy Nielsen, Vice President of Marketing and Resource Development, will come up and introduce this year's campaign leadership. Before Tracy comes up, though, don't worry. No, you can come up. I met Tracy probably about 6 months ago. She came into the station as I was just coming in, and we talked about the United Way campaign and what was happening. I can't tell you how many times we've had a chance to get in the studio, talk about the ongoing campaign, and Marisol comes with her in the communications department, and we have so much fun in the studio just to sit down to record a 2 or 3 minute interview. So it's really been kind of interesting and fun for me as a returnee back to Racine after many years to hear about the advances United Way has made, to work with Marisol and Tracy, and really feel like I'm part of the community again. And I want to thank you both for inviting me to come up and be your MC tonight. And Tracy, it's been a pleasure knowing you, working with you. And now come on up and let's talk about the campaign leadership. Thank you.
Nothing bad is going to happen to me after this, is it? Pleasure knowing you. So I just wanted to take a few moments quickly to say a few thank yous for tonight's event. It's been stellar. First of all, a huge thank you to Chris and Kurt from WRJN for their help as our MCs. You guys have been doing a great job. Also, some of you who have attended this event in the past may have noticed our stellar AV team, and that is a special thank you to Essie Johnson, Rick, and Rob, who have been in the back helping with this, so thank you very much for this. And we've had some new and improved video technology, and that is a special thanks to Marisol Buford, who's our communications specialist, who spends hours behind her computer. And I have to say a special thank you to somebody who's the right-hand woman of the campaign, and that is Michelle Brown, who's our campaign administrator in the back. All those counted brochures and materials that go out, that's all her. So thank you, Michelle, for that. This year, we are extremely fortunate to have an exceptional campaign chair in Christopher Ruud. From the beginning, Christopher has had ambitious goals that he's set out to achieve those goals by sharing his passion and enthusiasm with other community leaders. Christopher not only sets high expectations for the community, but he sets high expectations for his own company, which the people from Ruud can attest to. Not many people may know this, but Christopher actually makes personal asks to all of his employees, all 720 of them. He sets aside one full workday to go from department to department to tell his employees why United Way is important. And while every year Ruud Lighting has had an exceptional campaign, this year Christopher and his team have increased their campaign by an astounding 29%. Yay. Amazing. That's resulted in $40,000 in an increase over their prior campaign. That's incredible. And when it comes to a successful campaign, we know there's always one important ingredient, and that is the brave leader that agrees to be the community campaign chair. This person leads the campaign cabinet, helps set strategy for fund development efforts, and becomes the face of the campaign in the community. So with that, it's my pleasure to introduce Christopher Ruud.
Hi, guys. I'm not sure I can live up to that introduction from Tracy, but I will try. First of all, Tracy, thank you for coming back. I guess, Chris, I agree with you completely. Misty and Sergio, thank you for your heartfelt endorsements of the programs that United Way has the I'll call it the ability to fund on behalf of the community. And I guess a couple of things, if I go back to the beginning of the campaign and the number of years that I have been, I'll call it a staunch United Way supporter, one of the things, the reasons that I'll call it, really enjoy having United Way here, and Dave Maurer, wherever you are, there he is, thank you, and all the aspects of United Way is they really are an accountability partner. They really are in it for transformational change within the Racine County and within the Racine community. Not just, I'll call it that, but the number of volunteers and being able to sit in on the board meetings and on some of the donor meetings and hear all of the people that go out and really hold the partners accountable to the dollars that are given, and to see how those dollars are invested and the conversations that take place to basically do what's best for Racine County, and to be able to see what can happen with the money in as effective a manner as possible. So there's a couple of thank yous that I have to do tonight because I want to do them. Tracy, one, Dave, another, the entire staff at United Way. Francisco, thank you for the chair at the committee. When you look at the campaign cabinet that I have this year, several of are here tonight. I just want to read them real quick. I will not do justice to any of them, but we could be here all night, and that's not my intention either. So Dave Johnson, Johnson Outdoors, my vice chair. You'll be hearing from him more. Mark Geisler, Diversity, Kathy Hines, Ruud Lighting, Greg Mueller, Ruud Lighting, Gene Simchak from Educators, another phenomenal story. Gene, right there. Thank you as well for the lone employee aspect on doing that and your efforts there. Matt Endis, Chris Antonoff, Dave Insurance, Rod French, Quality, Marka House, Clifton, Chris Hankis, ONH, Rebecca Mason. Is she here tonight? Where's her baby? Anyway, she's a new mother. Congratulate her. Kevin McCabe, S.T. Johnson, Shannon Rollins, Racine Federated, Jim Small, Mahler Pearson, and Claire Wisłowski. As far as the campaign is concerned, cabinet. These people are really helpful. I want to give them all a round of applause, please. You know, when I was watching the video before I sat down, or when we were sitting down before the presentation started, the comment was made earlier. You know, our theme this year is racing and to the finish line. And I think people took that theme literally before the theme was announced. Do you know how many sausage races there were this year? I think we need to rename the campaign the Year of the Sausage Race. You know, I think that really attests to the fact that I know at Ruud Lighting, there's nothing that brings the community together like eating, the employees together like food. You looked at the comment was made at our table of how many pictures were people enjoying food. I think we'll have to work on that, Tracy, build that into the campaign a little bit more. But I set out the year with two goals. I had a goal of a 5% increase in funds from last year, and yes, I'm not going to tell you right now, you get to wait. And I had a second goal of a 5% increase in participation among the employee base, because I wanted to make sure we spread the net not only deep in the funds that we rose, but wide in the number of people that recognize the value that United Way brings to Racine County. I think both of those have been very successful this year based on the volunteerism, based on the efforts of a lot of people, a lot of who are in this room tonight. And I guess I wanted to say thank you for that. So when you look at just a couple of the significant increases, and a couple of these were mentioned, but they're worth mentioning again. CNH, thank you guys. I mean, phenomenal campaign, not only a 20% increase, but over $100,000. Congratulations. And that's okay, I'll let you cheat by hiring more people. That's all right. That's not a problem. Ruud Lighting, we mentioned, up 29% through the effort of a lot of people. We also had the ability to hire a few people this year, so you know that theme is consistent. Congratulations to all of the team at Ruud Lighting along the way. Andis, again, was mentioned. Thank you to Matt and the entire staff there for making a fun campaign and for really, I'll call it, putting their best hair forward in the campaign. And again, thank you. And I think the last one that I want to announce and to highlight, Educators Credit Union, up 40%, Gene. 40%. We had over 60 companies increase their campaign more than 5% over the prior year. that's a success. And that's what the Racine community needs, because there are needs out there. There are needs that the United Way partner providers do help with. You know, and another kind of side note, one of the other great increases that have actually happened this year is the partner providers themselves donating back to United Way, both monetarily and through volunteerism. I mean, that's just phenomenal to show that they believe in the organizations that are helping to support them on top of it. And that's really powerful. So with that, I'd like to make the announcement of my original campaign goal of $5.25 million, 5% increase over last year's total, including projections of companies, individual donors, and designations will receive, that we will meet our goal and cross the finish line of a $5.25 million goal for this year. That is a we, everyone in this room, and to the rest of the people. That is a big thank you from me on behalf of the campaign this year. I'm happy and proud to be a part of it, and I'm happy and proud that we were able to achieve something great for Racine along the way. So thank you to everyone as part of it, and I wish everyone else the best of luck in the future years, because we have now topped any prior year's goal for United Way in Racine County. Have a great night. Thank you.
Well, again, what a wonderful end to an outstanding campaign. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Before we wrap it up, we would like to welcome a special treat as we end the evening. Please help me welcome the Park High School Choir to wrap up the evening tonight. Park High School Choir, where are they?
Okay, wait.
Oh, wait. Oh.
First of all, a few things Christopher forgot.
Christopher, you forgot a few things.
I did, I'm sorry. First of all, the award for Christopher. Thank you so much for your service. It's the baton. And of course, we are planners, you know, setting our strategy for the next year. And I'd like to bring up next year's victim, qualified candidate, Dave Johnson from Johnson Outdoors. We'll pass on this baton to him so that he can keep this in his office as a reminder of all of the money that he needs to raise to beat this year's campaign.
I can't top it.
Did you want to say anything? No.
Why I agreed to follow in Christopher Ruud's footsteps, I have no idea. But I'm not going to think about it tonight, and we'll talk tomorrow about next year's campaign. Thank you.
The choir will be coming up, but we promised them 1 minute to get settled, so talk amongst yourselves.
Thanks.